Welcome back. I mean that sincerely. About 2 months ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and like anybody who's told that they've got cancer, it hit me a little bit hard. However, I had great trust in my Lord Jesus Christ, and whatever the outcome is, and I had the great fortune of being blessed with a wonderful doctor and nurses at the Catholic Medical Center in Manchester, New Hampshire, who took very good care of me. About a little over a month ago, I had prostate surgery, and it was robotic surgery. It went fabulous. My recovery was very, very swift. I was on my feet that same day, and I'm back to normal. I had to take it easy for a while because I couldn't even lift more than 10 pounds for 3 weeks, but I'm back entirely to normal. It's a wonderful outcome. I was advised that there was no cancer found elsewhere besides my prostate, so when they took the prostate out, that was the end of the cancer. Praise be to my Lord Jesus Christ. I give all credit to him for the surgeons that he gave me, for the nursing care that was given to me. So here I am. I'm glad to be back with you. I hope to be with you a long time, and I've got a lot more to do. As you can see right here, I've got this CZ. I got this rifle some time ago. I've really been enjoying it. I like all kinds of guns. I like lever guns, pump guns, whatever it is. Semi-autos, no matter what it is, I love them. And they all have a special place for me. When it comes down to just serious, attack driving accuracy, a good bolt action is very, very hard to beat. And what's harder to beat is the accuracy that you get out of a CZ rifle. This one here happens to be the CZ 457 Lux. Now the Lux is simply the design, the styling of the stock. This happens to have that Bavarian hump, which is I kind of like it. It's a little different than the standard American classic stock. It's a nice variety, and it's got checkering. It's got Turkish walnut. In all, it's a fantastic rifle for a adult especially. CZ doesn't make any compromises like so many rifle makers do. They know that 22s are largely used by youth shooters as well as adults. So they oftentimes like to span that middle ground with a rifle that's not quite filling enough for an adult and is a little bit maybe sometimes too large for younger shooters. So CZ doesn't do that. This is an all-out an adult rifle. They make no compromises whatsoever. This gun fits me. I'm over 6'2", and this gun fits me to a T. It's got the correct length of pull, everything, and it's a lightweight barrel, and yet it's a long 24-inch barrel, so it has fantastic balance. Back some time ago, I told you about I showed you the Model 52 Winchester, and I said at the time that, about the closest approximation you're going to get to that kind of quality in shooting class is, the CZ 452. And there have been two upgrades since then, and the latest iteration is the Model 457, which combines all of the better parts of the 452 with some serious upgrades. The receiver has been slimmed down, flattened on the sides here. It's a fully adjustable trigger, adjustable for pull weight, for backlash, and for that is over travel, and also take up. So it's a fully adjustable target trigger. Now, when I say it's an adjustable target trigger, I'm not talking about a trigger that's adjustable down to 3.5 pounds or something like that, you know, that's some lawyer trigger. I'm talking about this trigger here. I've got this adjusted safely down to just a little over 2.125 pounds. That's right where you can get some seriously good accuracy. And for me, you know, anything in that range is a safe field trigger for me. And I don't necessarily recommend that for everybody, especially younger shooters. But this gun can handle a very, very light trigger let-off. And the trigger comes to a dead stop when it fires. There's absolutely no over travel. There's no take up. There's nothing. It's just the trigger goes off. It's just there. Now I've got mounted on this a fixed power loop-holed 4-power scope. It's a 1-inch tube. I just like a 1-inch 4-power scope on 22s. You know, they're short and handy. They're very lightweight. They shoulder up quickly, and you know, they're all the power that you need for small varmints out to 150 yards. This has also, because it's a rimfire scope, it has features that are lacking for a 22 in a scope, which is that it's got a parallax factory set at 60 yards. So that's where I've got the target set up, is at 60 yards. And I've got just small 3/4-inch pasties set up out there so that you can see. I think they're 3/4 inch. Here's 3/4 inch or a half, I'm not sure. But I'm going to be just shooting 9 different kinds of ammo here. I've got 9 dots, and I've got 9 different kinds of ammo. I'm going to fire 5 shots with each one. I normally, you know, I detest this idea of going out and shooting on a windy day, but it didn't start out windy. The wind has come up, and it's very fickle. Right now, it's blowing directly from my back, which is fine. I mean, that gives me a zero wind value, but it has also been blowing directly from this side. We've got something coming up over the hill here that's bringing cold Arctic air. You know, mid-May, this isn't right. We're getting these fronts coming through that you know, from the White Mountains just north of us, and it's bringing some problematic air for shooting. So I'm going to do some shooting and flip around my hat. Hopefully I don't get any more ticks. You know, since I've been out here just setting up targets, I don't know where they're coming from. I've pulled 2 ticks off of me that are crawling up my neck, and you know, this is that season. So that's what we have here this time of year. Pretty soon we have mayflies, black flies will be zooming around. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to do them in alphabetical order. Actually, I'm going to start out with the CCI mini mags, because that happens to be what I have set up, and I'll go to the Elys afterwards. But I'm going to shoot these at the center top target. These are CCI mini mags, you know, the Troy Landry jobs. At one time I had a few boxes of this. This is, I think I've got about 10 or 12 left in here of this. I love these. These have been very, very accurate in every rifle that I've shot them in. You know, for bulk ammo especially, and plus they're hard hitting. Good velocity. Muzzle velocity is 1,260 feet per second, and at 50 yards they're still cranking out at 1,104. So I've got limited time on my battery and my camera, so let's get going here and just see what these do. I've got this rifle also. I ordered a 22 Magnum barrel for it. 22 Magnum and 17 HMR are available for these rifles, and they pop right in. And one of these days I'm going to get out and I'm going to shoot that 22 Magnum barrel in this and show you what that does. But right now we're going to do the CCI mini mags, and like I say, it's going to be the second target, because this would be the second in order. I happen to load those up instead of the Ely targets, which I'll do. So as you can see, I've got Ely targets, I've got the CCI mini mags, I've got some Federal bulk pack here. The 525 round, I got some Norma. These are the Norma TAC 22s. I've got some RWS Subsonic hollow points. I've got some. These are the SK Standard Plus, which are purportedly the same as the Wolf Match 22s. We'll see how that goes. That is the old Wolf Match 22s, not the new ones. Those new ones are made now in England by Ely, so we'll see how those do. But the ones that were previously made, anybody who loved that Wolf stuff that was made in Germany before, I guess it's claimed that the Standard Plus SKs. Now I've also got some new flat nose Target 22s from SK, and going to try those out for the first time. And I've got some Winchester. These are Winchester 40 grain at 1280 feet per second. Those have been pretty good in some guns, and in some guns they've been dogs. So we'll see how this rifle likes them. Let's get at it. Five shots at each target. And as I say, I'm shooting at 60 yards, not 5-0, because at 60 yards is where this parallax is adjusted for. So that'll give me the best. That'll give me the best natural point of aim with this scope. And I've spoken about parallax and what it is in a much earlier video. So I'm going to load up these Ely targets now. I'm kind of rushing along because this weather is closing in on me, I think. And also there's dark stuff coming up over the hill. It doesn't look good and it doesn't feel good. It feels cold. I brought along a heavy jacket today because it was really cold earlier. So these are the Ely target, and we'll see how these do. You know, when they say target, that doesn't mean match stuff. It just basically means that it's good for shooting at targets. It's usually a club grade. In other words, it's good for Thursday night shooting at the club. It's not for serious competition. Quiet. Compared to these are standard velocity, and they have that characteristic European odor. I would say it's probably Vitivory powder. It's not an objectionable odor. It's almost perfume. So that was the first target with the Elys. I'm going to flip these around now so that I don't shoot twice with the same thing. Now I've got the Federal bulk pack. These were another pretty hard-hitting hollow point. I've had these a long time. These are growing some fuzz on the copper, but that's all right. They seem to still hang in there. There's no corrosion issues going on. Now I got this pesky wind coming up. It's kind of blowing in from 9 o'clock, and that's not good. That's going to upset my groups. But you know, any lateral stuff, we'll we'll have to add that into the equation. All right, third target over. I don't have time to wait for the wind to settle down, so I'm just going to have to keep shooting. If I didn't say that this bolt was smooth, it's smooth. Wicked smooth. Everything about this gun is a delight to shoot. Fantastic, I love it. I like a lot of different rifles, but this is fun. Really a nice varmint rifle, and target rifle too. I've shot this with the tangent sights. That's one thing I didn't mention. This has tangent sights which are adjustable up to 200. I think it's 200 meters, and they're well regulated. It means it. When you adjust those in the 25, I think it's 25-yard increments, they're dead on. If you zero it at the 50-yard or 50-meter mark, 20, I think it might be down to 25. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it goes down to 25 meters. So if you adjust it down to 25, it's going to be dead on for whatever it's marked at the other increments. So it's really, really nice. It's not just there for looks. Okay, so now we're doing the Norma TAC 22s. It should be the fourth target. The wind has calmed down now for a second. I don't know why these are called TAC 22s. There's nothing tactical about them. I think it's kind of a goofy. In fact, the velocity, I got a tick here. I think you got away from me. So, it's got a cocking indicator, so I knew that I had fired that by just looking at it. That's kind of cool. Cocking indicators are handy. They're hitting the ground out there after I pull the trigger, and I mean there's nothing high velocity about these. So why they're TAC 22, I don't know. You know, I would ascribe the term tactical to something that's, you know, high velocity, high performance target. I guess there's a depiction of somebody shooting a AR style tactical rifle. So I guess that's the whole point of that. But they certainly don't fill the bill as far as performance wise. Maybe they're accurate. Now I've got some RWS Subsonic, and these are they're field line, they're called. They're supposed to be pretty good. These are another situation where they've worked in a couple of guns, and they've been just, you know, average in others. So we'll see how they do in this one. I've also got some 10-round magazines for this. Let's see. It should be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th target. That would be the second row down, far right. These are definitely subsonic. Though these sound like they're moving about the same velocity as those TAC 22s. Very quiet. If you had a suppressor, these would certainly be silent. Because that's true of all. That's true of all standard velocity ammo. And as I said before, I have to kind of give up. I have to kind of give up finite accuracy in order to get some rounds down range before the weather changes. I didn't count my shots. I was busy yapping. So now, we're going to the SK Standard Plus. I've had pretty good results with these. And I'm speaking contemporaneously with the ammo situation as it is. It hasn't been good at all. Ammo prices are getting to be ridiculous. I mean, I hate to say the G word, that they're gouging, but I can't help it. I see prices right now that are ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. I see people charging over $400 for a brick of 22s, and they're nothing special. That's gouging in my book. It's just not right. So, do I have enough targets out there? Maybe I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't. I'm going to whittle one of those out of that batch, figure out which one it is, because I'm down to my last row here. I'm taking for granted that this rifle is plopping them on the paper there, because I don't really know that. This scope, I can see some holes in the paper with 4-power scope at 60 yards, but it's a good sharp scope. But I can't be entirely sure. We'll know when we get out there. Have to keep checking for ticks. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight to the SK flat nose. I don't know if I'm going to shoot the Winchester or the Wolf next. I kind of have an idea what the Wolf are going to do. Those are usually pretty good. The Ely seems to be, Ely has taken over the manufacture of Wolf 22s. It used to be made by Lapua, which is the same company that makes SK in German factories. So I'm probably gonna go for the Gusto. I'll shoot the high velocity Winchesters power points and see how those do after this. But these are these flat nose. You know, Ely makes a flat nose as well. They came out with that with their Ely 10X, and this might be an attempt to use that same technology. The flat point is supposed to give it a little bit of ballistic efficiency. Not that it's going to fly flatter. That's not the point. It's supposed to reduce. It's supposed to somehow or another reduce turbulence and make them fly true. I don't know. We'll see. I was fortunate enough to get a brick of these in the mail just a while ago. I had ordered them before Thanksgiving, and the prices were a lot better then, and my good fortune was that they took my back order back then when the prices were quite reasonable, and they honored it. These are definitely quiet. That's it for those. So we're going to forego the wolf, do some of these garden grade Winchester power points. Now, I've had some extremely good luck with these. Shot very, very well in my Ruger Mini 14. What am I talking about? my Ruger 1022. I had Mini 14 in my brain for some reason. Those are great guns. Fantastic. Those of you who want to see how a Mini 14 can shoot can watch one of my earlier videos where I was shooting peep sights with that thing. Lights out. So this is the last target. That'll wake up the neighbors. These hit with some authority. These are speedy little things. These are 1280 with a 40 grain bullet. I'll tell you what, these things hit hard. A little wind coming up now. I'm going to hold on for that one. That's a stiff wind. Here it is again. And that's coming in at about 8 o'clock from my back. Now it's shifting to 10. Now it's coming straight at me at 12 o'clock. It's all over the place. Remember what I said in an earlier video? Wind coming straight at you or straight down the barrel in either direction is a zero value wind. In other words, there's really no component of effect on the bullet whatsoever within standard shooting ranges. When it's coming straight from side to side from 9 o'clock or 3 o'clock, then that's a full value wind. In other words, a 10-mile-an-hour wind will give you effect of 10 miles an hour on that bullet. And if it's quartering from any direction, quartering, that would be a half value wind. So a 10-mile-an-hour wind would give you a 5-mile-an-hour effect on the bullet. So that's it. Right now we're gonna go downrange and take a look at those. No, we're not. What we're gonna do first of all is we're having some fun here with shooting, but before we go down and check the targets, let us take some shots at some steel out there. I'll have to set up that target, set up the camera so you can see. We'll have some fun. I got some steel targets that are A400 steel that's suitable for 22s and 9mm, that sort of thing. Now we're getting serious. Now we got 2 small targets down there. And the little one. Missed it. Hit the big one. Believe it or not, I missed that. It's hard to believe. It is possible once in a while. Another bugger, another tick. Where are they flying in from? That was the distraction. That's why I missed. I felt that thing crawling up my neck. Yuck. They got to be flying around the wind here, because I'm not near any trees or anything. So let's try the middle one in there. Third one over from the left. Well, I think I hit it, but I had no ammo in the gun. Let's try another one. I would have called that a hit. We'll talk about calling shots someday. I did talk about that when we were shooting handguns. The wind is pushing my back. So, oh, I love this. It shoots so nice. Let's go down range and check those targets and see what the different ammo does. Well, you know, that's why I ran out of targets. I've got the center target I never took a shot at. So, boy, there's some good stuff there. That bottom center target, that's the SK flat nose. That's some fantastic ammo. Also the Ely at the top left, that's that Ely target. Not bad. It could, and the lateral stuff could easily be the wind that was plaguing me today. I wouldn't give much. I wouldn't put much money on that Winchester high velocity stuff. I know the wind was blowing, but still, that's quite a bit of lateral change. That bottom left target's also not too bad. But I'll let you match up what I showed you I was shooting, and you can go back over it and see which ammo was performing in this rifle. But I think that overall it's easy enough to say that it's a great shooting gun. Well, it was a lot of fun today with that CZ Lux rifle and shooting it. And I can tell you I was very blessed to be able to do it today because, you know, a couple of months ago when I was told that I had prostate cancer, and the numbers were up there quite a bit. But again, I was very blessed to have a fantastic doctor, a surgeon who knew exactly what he was doing. He's one of the, as a matter of fact, he's one of the pioneers in robotic surgery, and he took care of me just right. So I'm here to praise God for my recovery and my complete elimination of cancer. So I hope to be back with a lot of stuff. I've got a bunch of different rifles. I got a really nice, sweet Model 336 Marlin that I want to show you in 35 Remington pretty soon, and a M1 carbine. So that's it for now. And Benny's doing good. I'm not going to let him out of the truck because with the ticks if the ticks are getting me just standing out here, he's going to be full of them, and I don't want him to be bringing all kinds of ticks home. We've had our problems with Lyme disease in our family. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about us, and God bless. That's Mountain Major overlooking Alton Bay. We're rounding Black Point right now, heading into Alton Bay.